Alright, so let's take a look at the parallel load shift register. I'm going to take off our clock for just a minute. And I'll add inputs in parallel. Oops. I'm going to put our button back on there. Alright, so you can see right now that we are set up to load in parallel. In other words, we have 4 inputs rather than just 1 we use for serial. And I can set these up as 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. And if I hit the clock, you'll see we've got 0, 1, 1, 0. So we loaded up our shift register in parallel rather than in series. Well, here's a certain kind of shift register that's used quite a bit. We're going to go back to the serial type. So I'm going to get rid of a couple things here. Turn my cues back on. Now this is a recirculating type. You'll notice, let's get rid of one. I have a 1 in my register right now. Let's see what happens when we run this. You see the 1 shift over. The 1 shift over. So the 1 just keeps shifting through the shift register because this is a recirculating type of shift register. One of the examples in the book was a roulette wheel. And this is kind of how that works. We have a recirculating register. We have a 1 in there. And that 1 will continue to go around depending on how many times we hit the clock signal. Alright, so that basically covers what we've got in the first part of our book. I think up to about 299 or so. At 299 we're going to start talking about a universal shift register. And on 300 there is a circuit diagram for that universal shift register. What we are going to do in lab is build and demonstrate that shift register. I'll see if I can't find you a circuit diagram. So this is going to be the 74194. The universal shift register. And what we are going to do is take a look at what's on the inside. And we are going to build this circuit. So what you're going to do in lab is basically build the circuit and you're going to demonstrate how the 4 different modes work. And that's all covered in the book, so I'm going to ask you to read through that. On page 306, there's a roulette wheel simulation, a digital roulette wheel that's pretty cool. You might take a look at that and see how that works. That's something you can actually build if you wanted to. And finally, we'll get to the last part of this where we actually look at a... I take that back. We're going to save that. Anyway, we will be building a couple of shift registers in the lab on Thursday and testing them out. So be prepared to do that. You can look at that ahead of time if you'd like. All right, probably covered enough. There is a quiz available you will need to take. It'll be quiz 9. I would suggest that you read through the chapter first before you take the quiz, rather than going and look up the quiz questions and trying to find it in the book. You'll get a lot more out of it if you actually read the book first. There's a little shift register word puzzle. Bring that with you Thursday. And then lab 1, shift register lab, we'll be doing that in class on Thursday. All right, if you get any questions, please get a hold of me. Thanks, and have a great day.